Aloha and welcome to another collective energy reading with yours truly, Alicia Sunflower. This collective energy reading is focused on the summer 2021 eclipse portal. Time for another eclipse season, and are we ready for it? Well, I think we are. We have been building off of a series of potent astrological events, including all the previous eclipse seasons, to get to this one right now that is helping us to move even more deeply into our sovereignty through releasing even more fully all that no longer serves us and getting in alignment with divine will and divine mind. Now, this eclipse season began on the Taurus new moon earlier in the month of May, which was also at the same time as the moon being conjunct Venus in Taurus, leading Venus out of her underworld and into the beginning of her ascension process. So this Taurus new moon coincided with a powerful beginning of the revitalization of our divine feminine energy in her home sign, beginning to rise within us again. And that is the energy that seeded the beginning of our eclipse season. Now we have two eclipses. First is the Sagittarius lunar eclipse, which is a total eclipse happening on May 26th. And the Gemini solar eclipse happening on June 10th and 11th. As we go into the Sagittarius lunar eclipse, it is also a super full moon. It will be a blood moon where you will be able to see, in totality, you will see this amazing red moon in the sky. That will be happening actually at 11:11 at UTC. There's even divine numbers happening in here. Saturn is in retrograde. There is a powerful square happening between Jupiter in Pisces and this lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. And of course, Sagittarius is the ruling sign of Jupiter. So we have a lot of powerful energies that are really moving us into ourselves, into our hearts. Now, when we move into the second eclipse, our solar eclipse in Gemini in the beginning of June, this will also coincide with the Mercury retrograde in Gemini, in its home sign. So there's a lot of emphasis on our minds, our individual minds, and also our collective mind, to be able to hold multiple perspectives at once and to be able to work through old thought patterns, releasing them and allowing ourselves to really get in alignment with divine will and divine mind, both on an individual level and on a collective level. So let's go ahead and get into the reading. I'm so excited to share this with you. For this time around, I'm pulling from three of my favorite decks. First, we have the Vision Quest Tarot by Guy and Sylvie Winter and Dr. Joe Dosset. Also, we have the Medicine Woman Tarot by Carol Bridges and the Lightworkers Oracle by Elena Fairchild. So for this beautiful eclipse season of 2021, here we are with our beautiful, powerful spread, which has taken the form of a spiral. As soon as I started tapping into the energies for this eclipse, it came through really loudly and clearly that this was going to be a spiral formation reading. The spiral is part of that divine feminine wisdom, that things move in cycles, right? There is this spiral that moves us through greater cycles over time. We revisit old wounds, old patterns, old things in a new and a different way each time we come around again through that spiral cycle. This spiral cycle, we're moving from within to without, okay? So we're moving from within ourselves in the lunar eclipse, then moving into that portal time in between eclipses, and then moving fully outward with the solar eclipse in Gemini. And what is fascinating about this is the card that we begin with is the card of hurt, the Nine of Air in the Vision Quest Tarot. And this is a card that has come up at least 2 times in previous collective energy reading eclipse season videos that I did. Most notably, the last one, there was a theme in healing our feminine energy by releasing old hurts and pains. And now we can see, beginning our journeys within we are here to meet our hurts once again in the spiral, and that this is going to be helping us to move ever expanding outward, greater, higher, deeper on our journey through once again contending with the hurt and the past traumas and past pains. This is an invitation for us to really look at our attachments to our hurt, to our past pains and traumas. For us to have an opportunity to notice the places where we cling to it and we attach to it and we identify with it through our narratives, through our identities, and through our stories. Now, I feel it's really important to understand that victimization and victim identity are not the same thing, okay? So we're not talking about erasing the victimization that has happened, or gaslighting it, or neglecting it, or bypassing it. Not at all. This is about really acknowledging the victimization that has happened, whether that's been on a personal level, on a collective level, cultural level, societal level. Many of us have experienced it on multiple levels, and there are many people in the world who have experienced it chronically on multiple levels, okay? So we don't want to gaslight or bypass that victimization that has happened. That's real. But what I am talking about is letting go of the victim identities, okay? We need to acknowledge and work with the victimization that's happened, and we can free ourselves up from the identities of being a victim that were born out of that victimization. But we get to a point where those victim identities become limiting, and we keep ourselves from thriving. It takes courage and it takes bravery to change our internal processes, and in the face of systems that do not want us to. But the more we can courageously let go of our narratives of how we are not enough, how we're not receiving enough, how there isn't enough, the more we are able then to create space to open up to the truth of abundance that is all around us. We only need go be in nature to notice how abundant this earth is. It's time to really be conscious of our thoughts and to pay attention how they are keeping us in suffering. And this might even be happening for us on an epigenetic level, where we are continuing to feel the pains and recreate the patterns of our ancestors and our epigenetically, intergenerationally acquired and inherited trauma that lives in our DNA. There is research that supports this. This is real. Ancestral trauma is real. So some of this hurt and pain that might be time for you to release might not even be yours, and might be a purging through your DNA. So this is at the core of our work for this powerful eclipse portal. It's time to release our hurt, our trauma, and our identities that keep us locked in that trauma and pain. Okay, so our next card is the card of healing. Blessed be, thank goodness. Our healing is a part of this, okay? It's not like we just have to go and face all the shit and feel shitty and then, there we are. No, we're doing this facing of the shadows and facing of our hurt and trauma and pain so that we can heal, so that we can release that. And this card suggests that healing is our strength, okay? This is the strength card in the regular tarot, this is Medicine Woman tarot, and this is also the card of Leo. So this is a card of our beautiful Christed hearts coming online, and not in some disembodied way, but like through the imagery on this card in a deeply embodied way, in connection with the earth. You know, there is this rainbow bridge of consciousness happening from the child to the parent, through the animals. We see the flowing healing waters leading to this new growth of healing. Okay, so everything we have here on the earth is what we need to heal. And that includes ourselves, that includes our relationships with each other, our relationships with the natural world, with the flora and the fauna, with the plants and the animals, with the minerals and the elementals. We have all the resources we need to really bring forward this healing. And this card suggests that it's time for us to use our knowledge of that now. So as we're going through dealing with our past hurts and pains and really releasing thought patterns and identities associated with those past traumas and hurts, We are called to use our knowledge of how the earth is here to help us heal. And not only do we have the blessing of the earth and the wisdom of the earth and of the people who are the wisdom keepers of the earth and the indigenous who have held this knowledge for us for so long, but we also are receiving divine cosmic rays of healing, okay? The pink rose of Lady Nada comes in. And this is a divine feminine Christ blessing of healing. This is that rose quartz frequency of unconditional, compassionate, forgiving, all-encompassing love. So this is for our hearts. This is a heart healing. And this card is letting us know that as we are sitting with the lunar eclipse and we're facing these hurts and we're releasing these past pains and we're connecting in ceremony, in ritual to the earth, to each other for that healing sacred space, we also are guided to open ourselves up to receive the healing frequencies of the pink rose of the heart, this crystalline template of divine love. And something I think is so beautiful about the synchronicity of this card showing up in this reading is that I have pink roses all over this spread. So this pink energy, this rose quartz, rose healing energy of Lady Nada is throughout this reading, okay? So this is a larger part of our field, and as we continue to work with the divine feminine path, we continue to open ourselves up to receive this on even finer, more minute, beautiful, rich layers of our being. Now, if you feel called to really bring in that divine pink rose heart healing energy, I want to share with you this invocation from Elena Fairchild's entry. So you can repeat this, listen to this again. I will also leave an image right here of the words so you can pause and screenshot this and come back to it yourself. I gratefully receive the rose light, the blessing of Lady Nada in unconditional love. My heart softens and opens. The pink light of her rose blessing fills me with a sweet perfume. I let go. I feel safe and held. I know that I am loved always. I am grateful now and always for love's protection, intervention, guiding hand, and tender grace in my life. In all ways. May I know myself to be worthy of love and love myself truly so that I can truly and freely give love to others and to the world. May all beings truly know love through my own free will, so be it. So this lunar eclipse is going to be about healing, okay? This is an opportunity for us to really do some deep work inside of ourselves in connection to the earth and in connection to source, knowing that we are held and we are taken care of as we do so. So as we move to the time in between eclipses, this portal of things that are shifting all the more as we move between these two powerful doorways, our first card is the Ace of Pipes. And this is the card of awakening to exciting new possibilities. So here's the thing, when we do this deep work and we face our hurt and pain and trauma and we let things go and we allow ourselves to receive the healing that is here for us, we can open our minds to exciting new possibilities that we cannot see when we are mired in the victim identity, when we are mired in the density of old thoughts and patterns that might not even be ours, that are our ancestors. When we can release those, exciting new possibilities come online, where we can receive and be connected to higher knowledge, where we can be connected to our benevolent and well ancestors, where we can be connected to celestial energies, and in that we can receive whole new downloads for not only what we want to do for ourselves, but more importantly, what we're going to do as a collective. It takes all of us to be able to heal these past pains and traumas of our collective wounding and to create a new world. So it will take exciting new possibilities that we can't think of in that old paradigm for us to create this new paradigm together. So a part of the new exciting possibilities that we are opening ourselves up to is the Daughter of Water. The Daughter of Water brings us a beautiful message of romance. Okay, this is a creative, sexual, sensual energy of romance. And it is coming forth through our creative, sexual, sensual centers of our wombs and hadas, and it is bringing us into the romantic energy of falling in love with life itself. This could very well mean being able to bring new romantic connections with other human beings, but I feel even more deeply the mystical energy of this romance in this card. As we're dreaming up new exciting possibilities for our earth, let us fall back in love with the gift of being alive. We've all been shaped and touched by this time, and there is a need for us to remember that this life is a gift. This life is a gift. Let us fall in love with the life. Let's not become too jaded and thinking, oh, it's just this and it's that. We're not going to be stuck in this pandemic forever. We're here to co-create a new reality for the whole of humanity and Gaia Sophia herself. So let us fall in love with that. Okay? Let us fall in love with the spirit and God source creator that is alive within all things. And from this place of deep romance with life itself, we spring forward into the 10 of Arrows. Now, the 10 of Arrows is the message of us needing to be steadfast of mind. And this makes a lot of sense, again, with how much mind energies we have going on moving into the next eclipse, which this card is leading up to in Gemini. But I want to point out that this isn't about individual steadfast of mind. In this card, we can see many individuals, but they are connected together in the circle, right? There is sharing of hands, there is a sharing of breath, there is a meditation, there is a prayer that is unfolding here that is allowing for a steadfast of mind to happen on a communal and collective level. It's great if we have all these individuals who are awakened and enlightened, but we really need a collective shift with this. That we need that quantum leap on a collective level, and that comes through how we commune together. How we come together. More and more physically, we are going to be coming together. And as we really come into resonance with one another through the power of the circle, through the power of ceremony, through the power of prayer and meditation and shared intention, we activate our ability to collectively receive that divine will and divine mind. And you can see that here in this image. That's that blue ray, that blue flame that is encompassing the people as they come together to bring clarity to their mind. They can download on a collective and communal level this divine will and divine mind, and it actually becomes protective. Outside forces can't penetrate it. So this steadfast of mind will come for us as we release our old hurts and wounds and allow ourselves to receive that healing, opening up our mind to new possibilities, falling back in love with life. Now we can come together in a way that we have not been able to before. We've had stories, we've had narratives, we've had ideas and perceptions and projections that have kept us from coming together in the way that we feel spiritually that we need to. So as we take accountability for ourselves individually, we're able to come together on a collective level, on a communal level that is so deeply needed. As we do this, as we come together in this way, we are then opening up to the Ace of Water. And this is the card of fertility, known also as the Ace of Cups. This is a card of abundance, overflowing. This is that creative space that we are so excited about cultivating, okay? But we're not just cultivating it on our own, we're doing so together. And that is the energy that we need to be able to truly bring forth this great new reality, this new paradigm of what it is to be humans on the earth, living together in our differences, in our wholeness, coming together in our wholeness. Just like the water coming from different streams and rivers goes back to the ocean, let us come together for all of our unique and different journeys, and let that be the creative mana that helps us to make a new reality together. And as we co-create with this fertile energy, allowing new beginnings to come forth, we move into the time of the Gemini eclipse. And one of the first things that we are going to be blessed with is a reminder of our bounty. The bounty of the gift of being here with the earth. This is also known as the Empress card, okay? So this is that divine feminine energy. There's a really prominent divine feminine energy throughout this reading, and this is both reminding us to connect in with the bounty of the earth all around us, to know we are cared for, we are provided for in all ways and all things at all times. Even when it seems like things are going to shit, it's breaking down because it's opening us up to our better reality. Can we hold that faith and trust in the bounty that is here for us? Can we open ourselves up to experiencing the abundance that is all around us, even if that's just the abundance of the beauty of being outside? Go outside. Please go and connect with the earth and remember the bounty of being a part of the earth that you are, that we are. Wow, what a gift it is. And this is also a sign that you are likely to have abundance coming in some way, shape, or form. There could be so many ways this abundance can show up for you, but look out for the abundance that is here for you and coming for you during the Gemini solar eclipse. Next card here for our Gemini solar eclipse, you know, we had this creative energy coming online. We're connecting to the abundance that is here for us and that is coming in for us at this time. We are also being called to connect with divine healing of our mind. Now, this is a card that is letting us know that it's time to do more work on our minds. This is a potent time for it, with Mercury in retrograde in Gemini conjunct with this eclipse. So this is a time for us to work through the duality of our mind, and this is a potent oracle message that we are being guided through the celestial realms, through the angelic realms, to help and aid us in this deep work. So a message of this card that I would like to share with you. Part of your divine purpose is to develop the power of your mind and use it for healing purposes. If you change your mind, you can change your world. Guidance and healing inspiration can come to you daily, helping improve your own life and the lives of others. To allow ourselves to go even deeper with healing our own minds. If you are feeling called to study psychology, to study NLP, to study other ways of working with the mind, to get into practice with it, to go find someone to help you with it, to become someone who starts serving others in this capacity. This is also a sign that the energies of this eclipse are here to support you in that. And it's time for you to listen to that call and move forward with your part in helping to heal your own mind and helping others to heal their minds as well. And there could also be, you know, with that creative energy that was coming in and the abundance that's coming in, maybe there's new portals opening up to help you to see how you can be of service in creative new ways of helping to heal our collective mind. So keeping that in mind as well. The final message of our beautiful spiral reading is another card that has shown up in previous collective energy readings for our eclipse seasons, and that is the card of victory. Yes, victory. Okay, all right, so the 6 of fire, victory. Let's just breathe that in soak in the good news, family, as we do this deep work, as we really allow ourselves to go deeper and deeper into the layers of hurt, to release it, to release our attachment and identities that are associated with the traumas that have happened to us, opening us up to our healing so that we may open up to exciting new possibilities of who we are individually and who we are collectively, that this will help open us up to falling in love with the whole of life once again, with all spirit in all things, that we will be able to come together truly to be steadfast of mind, to receive divine will and divine mind and the guidance that we need in order to move forward, to co-create a new and better world together. And then we will unlock our fertile energies and truly be able to step into creating and co-creating together as we relish in the bounty of all that we have to enjoy and co-create with, as we receive the abundant blessings of everything that comes to us as we continue to do our good work, clearing and letting go. We work on getting our minds even more in tune, in alignment, in check. We help ourselves with this. We help other people with this. We release and let go of old and outdated programs and narratives, and we reprogram ourselves through the power of our mind. Our victory is assured, fam. This is the spiral, okay? This is the path. We need new perspectives. We need to come into an ability to truly hear one another, to listen one another. And when we have our own attachments to our own programs and narratives of how hurt we've been and how wounded we are and how limited we are because of our wounding, that's the key part, how we limit ourselves by identifying to the wounding that has happened. We can't dream up these new possibilities. So we're doing this work to release it and let go. We have all that we need to help us to heal. And then that is the key to opening up. Okay? Fall in love with this gift of life again. Fall in love with community again. Let us come together and together download the new beginning that we are here to co-create. In our small communities, in our communities at large, there's so much for us to do here, and our victory is assured. It may not necessarily look like that on all fronts at once, okay? But this is to trust that the larger victory is coming through. Feel that? Hear that wind? Woo! As I name it, it comes through stronger. Okay? That's a sign, that's a blessing. Our victory is assured. It is coming through. You may not see it, but you can feel it. Keep your eyes out for the little victories as they come along our path, for the big victories that are all a part of the overall meta big victory of humanity coming together to heal our past, to heal our ancestral wounds and trauma, and to really do the good and beautiful work for our ancestors and for our future descendants to live in a world of harmony, a right relation. It always begins within. It always begins within our own sacred hearts and our willingness and ability to address what we find in there with honesty, integrity, radical responsibility, and to take accountability for our own wounding and how it has shaped us so that we can then be able to give and receive of love with others in this beautiful world that we've all been gifted together. I hope and pray that this reading has blessed you today, and if it has, and if it has resonated with you, please share it with your loved ones, your friends, your family, whoever you feel might also benefit from this reading. Like, comment, help get the message out there. If you would like to go deeper into your own path, your own questions of self, and how you play a part in this grand awakening and unraveling and becoming and remembering that we are all in together, then please feel free to reach out to me. I do individual readings as well, some like these, which I call my intuitive card spreads, and I also do love card readings, help you gain more insight on your relationships, what kind of dynamics and energies are at play to help you understand the patterns happening in your relationships, and the Book of Destiny readings as well for insight into yourself and your year ahead and what energies are coming through for you in the different seasons of your own life. And you can also work with me one-on-one for soul coaching and healing. This is my baby, where I have combined my background and knowledge in psychology and psychotherapy with my practice and skill as a shamanic energy practitioner and healer, sound healer, and working with divine energies of prayer and ceremony to help you on your path of soul purpose, understanding, and embodiment, to help you with integrating powerful healing experiences and psychedelic journeys, to help you to find that other piece of your soul that you know is right there and you're ready to step into it. This is a perfect session for you. So please send me a message, send me an email, and let me know if you'd like to explore that together. You can check out more about me and my services on my website, aliciasunflower.com. Please follow me on the socials. I'll be happy to see you there. Thank you so much for tuning in with me, and from my beautiful sacred heart to yours, I send you so much love, so much light, and so much belief in you, in me, in we, in all things, because in truth, in all ways, and all things, we got this. Blessings.